How are you all doing, brothers and sisters? There's a video going on out there. There is a video circulating out there on WhatsApp and YouTube and Facebook. And I'm trying to have my say about it. I could see my sister is from northern Ghana. And then based on what is going on in the political world, she is very, very, very angry. So she came out with some comments and all of that. But I'm here to explain into details whatever she was trying to say. But the deep part of the message that I'm bringing out right now is we all have to stand together as a people of Ghana. Together is our strength. Talking about being together, that is unity. Unity is our strength. Politics came with divisions to divide and conquer. You see what I'm saying? So every day you see the politicians out there, they come out on the TV and radio stations with a lot of comments, nasty comments, excuse me to say. But they have divided themselves. Outside, they are divided. That is the Cold War that we have in Ghana. It's called Cold War. Kwame Nkrumah was talking about that. There is a mainstream Cold War between countries, and there is also a Cold War between groups within a country. You see what I'm saying? That is the same case or the same scenario in Ghana right now. We have two political opponents whom we see outside as enemies, but within themselves, they are the same. Before the people of Ghana, they pretend to be enemies to themselves. But whenever we are not there, they are one. They sit together, have meetings and all of that. And then they try to put us through an agenda. That is politics. Yeah. So I've always been telling people how politics is tricking us. They are playing on our nerves. They just want to get us angry for nothing. And they'll be making fun of us in their offices, in their houses and all of that. Because I'm pretty sure they also watch the news. They check whatever is going on Facebook and YouTube and WhatsApp and everywhere. So whenever they see what they have been able to achieve concerning how they've been able to get us angry, that makes them happy. But I'm here to tell all the people of Ghana, let us face the fact. You see what I'm saying? First of all, let us see the video here pretty quick. It wasn't right what is going on in the political world, how someone is going to come out and throw insults at our brothers and sisters in the northern sector of Ghana, the northern region of Ghana. They have created an atmosphere in Ghana that northerners are the least respected people in Ghana. But at the same time, they are very, very hardworking. The people that are very hardworking in Ghana are the least respected in Ghana. We see northern Ghanaians everywhere, in Kumasi, in Accra, in Takoradi, everywhere. They are everywhere in Ghana. You see what I'm saying? They are very, very humble. They are hard workers. They work really hard. But it's very, very, it doesn't make sense for them to be disrespected. Looking at their effort that they are putting across, see what I'm saying, to be able to help build a better Ghana. But our sister was saying something. Some of them were right and some of them were not right. So I'm just going to bring out the video so that we will all see what is going on, whatever she said, and then we're going to judge it together. See what I'm saying? This is not the moment for politics. It's the moment for the people of Ghana. Because whenever we see the politicians riding in those cars and living in mansions and sending their children away abroad to school, and then their children will rather go to school abroad. But whenever their children are looking for jobs, their children will leave abroad and come back home to Ghana and work there. While we, the students who have been schooling in Ghana, are still unemployed. Does it make sense? No, it does not. So I'm saying we have been spending sleepless nights writing our thesis and all sort of project works to be able to develop our country. Here is the case. The politician sent their children abroad to school, but after school, they will come back home and compete with us. Meanwhile, their fathers or their mothers or whatever politicians have not been able to create any jobs for us. So we are unemployed. The politicians' children schooling abroad, enjoying mansions, beautiful, expensive mansions. See what I'm saying? Riding in luxurious vehicles. And we are rushing trotro to school. Some of them even don't have access to trotro. You walk. Every day you walk up and down to school, sweating and all of that. See what I'm saying? So this is not the time to be fooled by media political tricks. This is the time to wake up and open our eyes. Open your eyes very wide. Let us see this video really quick. I like everybody. I like all the people of Ghana and Africa. Whenever I see people, I make them feel my presence. I make them feel like I am there. I care for them. And I'm not doing it because I am a hypocrite. I am doing it because I want people to also do the same thing for me. So I'm saying we have to, this is the time for us to cherish and value and love each other. We always, every time people go to church, every time they go to the mosque, but they are the same people that are creating a warlike atmosphere in our country. What is going on in the Bible? What is going on in the Quran? It is full of violence. We need to come back to our natural senses. That is what I have been preaching for so long.
Hi, I'm so sad to hear about some of our brothers and sisters in Ghana still behave like we are in the dark ages. The dark ages are long gone. We're in 21st century. The last time I checked, I think we're in 2018. For a gentleman to come and sit on a national television to call Northerners' name proudly, to curse them, and Muslims and Rollins, that's a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself and embarrassment to the country and the whole continent.
So one thing that I'm bringing it out right now is in Ghana, they have created a stratification system. They have stratified the people of Ghana. They have put it in your mind that all the Northerners are Muslims and they belong to NDC. But as a Northerner, Bolega or Tamale, wherever you are, you don't belong to Islam. You don't belong to NDC. You belong to yourself. You belong to yourself and the mother Ghana. You don't belong to Islam and you don't belong to NDC. So you have to take that out of your mind. Another thing, they have put it in your mind that the people in southern Ghana, they belong to NPP. And at the same time, they are Christians. You don't belong to Christianity. You don't belong to NPP. You belong to yourself. Can't you see? The politicians belong to themselves. They belong to themselves. That is why they make sure themselves are looking pretty good. So I'm saying, so get that kind of mind control or the remote. They are controlling you with the remote. The remote is religion. Religion and politics. That is the remote. So it's about time you turn them down. See what I'm saying? We are all one people. So let us value and cherish each other. We know for sure that the politicians will be coming out with nasty comments about different sort of people. We know, we are aware of that. That's what I'm saying. So it is about time we stand up together as one people. So let us go on.
The whole continent. It's true, really, it's sad for a black man to behave the way.
Let me get this up here. Okay, let's go.
Upper West region, and I happen to live in the Western world. I'm sure you probably have family members in a foreign country, Western world too. They cry every day about racism, how white are discriminating against them. And here we are today in Africa, Ghana. We're all the same color. But still, some think they are better than the others, to call their name out and curse them. We need to stop this nonsense. We need to stop tribalism.
That's true.
Ivory Coast was the #1 country in West Africa for years. The most well-known musicians didn't even want to step their foot in any country in West Africa except Ivory Coast. That's how first world they were. But guess what? Tribalism took them into civil war, and the whole country fall apart. And Ghanaians, we need to wake up. We are sleeping. We need to wake up. It's time for us to wake up and say no to this nonsense that continue going on and will not stop. We are not that far from civil war if we don't stop this tribalism and name calling and cursing on national platform or national television or radios. The presidents and the leaders of Ghana need to wake up and really call this into attention. For the young leaders that comes out today and don't have no shame on them, all that they think about is money, is not the benefit of the good of the country or the people. All that they think about is their pocket. And any garbage that come out of their mouth, they say it to please one another so they can make more money. The days of those dark ages are gone. Everybody is enlightened at this point. So we have to be really careful how we talk to one another. Number one, Mr. Whoever you are, cursing Northerners, how your fathers farm cocoa farms and they used to give Northerners free education. I guess you didn't check your facts before you came on national television to curse Northerners. You were wrong. The Northerners never get any free education from the Southern part. The free education money came from the Northern sector development money that the British left to develop the Northern sector. And Nkrumah negotiated with the Northern leaders to use it to develop the Southern part of the country so they can get more businesses into the country. And that's where the free education.
So the free education funds that my sister is talking about, concerning the tribalism, I support her. We're not supposed to be tribalistic. At the same time, we have to face the fact. You see, the politicians will make you develop, hatred for the other people. If care is not taken, if we're gonna swallow whatever they put out, it's gonna gradually, you're gonna develop hatred for your own brothers and sisters to the extent that you will start hiding the truth. So I'm saying, the free education funds that my sister is talking about, when the British threw out the slave trade or whatever prisoners of war they call, all the trade partners were in the southern part of Ghana, more especially in Cape Coast. So I'm saying they were in the southern part of Ghana. That is why when you see the American presidents, whenever they come to Ghana, they go to Cape Coast and all of that, Cape Coast Castle and all of that. They were there. That is why they got the name Gold Coast. So whenever they were living, when the time came for them to leave, they left all the resources over there. That Nkrumah, that is why the first party was called United Gold Coast Convention. It was the convention of the Gold Coast, and that was all in Cape Coast. So I'm saying it was not even in Kumasi. It was all in Cape Coast, guys. So I'm saying, but the Nkrumah decided to distribute it evenly among the people of Ghana. You see what I'm saying? But all the projects had already started in the southern part of Ghana. That is why all the universities that Nkrumah built, you see, it's all like in the southern part of Ghana. So I'm saying, yeah. So concerning the free education, but after independence, everybody in Ghana was going to school for free. President John Dramani Mahama, he went to school for free. All the Ghana leaders that we see today who are oppressing us, misusing our resources and all of that for their own personal interest, they all went to school for free. All the Ghana leaders that you see, they're 50 years and above, they all went to school for free. But it's just that they are wicked and they don't care about us. So when issues like this come out, I don't involve tribalism. I have all the facts. I'm just gonna make the politicians realize that whatever they are doing is not right. But at the same time, I will make sure I say the truth, because this is the moment of truth. You see what I'm saying? So my sister is very, very perfect and right concerning the tribalistic comments going on there. Because we have to cherish and love each other. Unity is strength. So this is not the time for tribalism. But concerning the free education funds, free education was for everybody in Ghana. After the British left, it was for everybody in Ghana. Even in KNUST, when they built all the university halls, the students were just in there for free. They were paying nothing. They eat for free. They study for free. You see what I'm saying? That is what was going on in Ghana. Let us move on.
Came to be in the northern part. It wasn't any free education. Our money was taken to develop your area. And in turn, they gave the free education to the northerners, which wasn't any free education anyway. We still pay to go to universities. Number two, the cocoa farms you're proud to talk about were found by the same northerners you are cursing. If you don't know, go check your facts. I don't want to go into details, but I promise you and challenge you that you are not even 40% Ghanaian. You may be 20% Ghanaian. Do your DNA. You'll get the facts.
So my sister is, you see how she is talking, she is getting angry. Whenever you are coming out to prove somebody wrong, you don't come out with anger. That is what I have always been telling people. Politicians will try to get you angry so that you forget about yourself. Concerning the cocoa farming, the cocoa plantations and all of that, we all know that in Ghana, the southern part of Ghana have the fertile soil. And the very first people who were in Ghana, because they were there first, that is why we call them the Akan people. Akan means first people. Akan people. They didn't just get the name. Akan means first people. You see what I'm saying? All right. So because they were there for the first, they chose the land that they want, the area that they wanted to stay. That is why the people in Kumasi, Ekuapem, even in Cape Coast, the Fante people, they all have the same language, but the difference is just very slight. You see what I'm saying? The Bono people, they are all having the same language, the Akan people. Because they were there first, they got the fertile land. And that is the land that is being using to develop or produce cocoa. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you the truth. That is the land, the fertile land that is able to produce cocoa and all of that. So because they were not, the fact is, they were not strong enough. And then the people in northern Ghana were very strong. So whenever they are doing their cocoa farming, our brothers and sisters from north, we were all the same people though. We were all one people from Burkina Faso and all of that, from Mali. You see how they told you Rollins went to Togo and borrowed our brothers and sisters in the Ever tribe to Ghana. It's all lies. Ghana, Togo, and all of that. When you look at the deep, there is a deep secret biblical map. Ghana, Togo, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, and all of that. We are all one people. You see what I'm saying? Right. So they have to divide us with the colonial division from the Europe. That is why we speak French and English, just to confuse us. According to Genesis chapter 11. But now, my sister is talking about the cocoa plantation. The land had already been chosen by the Akan people. I'm not going to say the Ashantis. Whoever is claiming this, the southern does not even belong to the Ashantis. It belongs to the Akan. And the Akan is not only Ashantis. So the Ashanti people, this is the time for you to, cast away your pride. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to do us any good. Now they have the land, and then they couldn't do it by themselves. So our brothers and sisters in northern region came to support, to help us build the cocoa so that we'll be able to export for money. You see what that was the deal. So we work together and we get something from there. And then we also get something to the outside world to make ourselves look good. That was what was going on. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, because our brothers and sisters from northern region, because they were not the original owners of the land, whenever they come in, they try to work very hard. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that is the deal. So my sister is right some part, but in the other part, she is not right. And then she is talking about DNA, all the tests that they have been doing. Recently, I did a video concerning the HIV sequence therapy. And then at the end of the videos, I told you about the real meaning of HIV. It's not any diseases that is going to be in your blood. It is just a harmful ingested varieties of toxins that you eat into your system. See what I'm saying? She is talking about the DNA testing. All the DNA testing and all of that is fake. All the DNA protein, there is no protein, doesn't exist. The DNA is based on protein. All the DNA is based on protein. The DNA is just there. They just gave you the figure 8. The 2 traces. They gave you the figure 8. That's it. To telling you about your eternity. How you move in and out of existence and towards different directions on this flat earth. You see what I'm saying? But there is no DNA. There is no, the DNA test that they do concerning protein and all of that. It's just there on paper. They just create certain things for you on paper. All the diseases that we see today, they have been creating it for us. Ebola, HIV, and whatever, they created it for us. See what I'm saying? That is why you will never see a goat with HIV. It's not a natural disease. In this sickness, that is natural. You will see the animals also suffering the same way, like we do. But in this sickness or diseases, that is not natural. The animals are not part of it. A typical example is the HIV and the DNA thing that they are talking about. You will never see a goat going for a DNA test. You will never see a lamb or a cow or whatever, or a cattle going for a DNA test. They know themselves because they love, they connect, they understand, even the animals understand the natural principle. That is what our leaders are taking from us. They are taking it away from us using religion and politics. Let us move on. So there is...
Northerners have no common sense.
Yeah.
We're useless people and this and that. So do you. You have no common sense. How many presidents do we have? Just John Dramani and then Hilelema? Yes.
So they have been insulting. That is how they created politics. They have given the upper part of Ghana to NDC. They have given the southern to NPP. That is when the insults come in. You see what my sister is trying to say? Somebody said Northerners don't have common sense. So she is also replying by saying they don't have common sense. The best way to educate a fool is to have them know what they did wrong. See what I'm saying? Do not just have them know what they did wrong. That's it. Something. So and I know my sister is going to be watching my video, but my advice for her is not to be very angry whenever she is coming out. Just come out free of mind so that you'll be able to speak the truth. So I'm saying, yeah, it doesn't sound right. We see the politicians every day. They have been insulting people all over. Even at some point, they sponsored some guys to prepare a song to insult the people of Tiobodom and Jene. We all see what is going on. They just do certain things to create fame, media fame and whatever that they want to get. See what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's going to stir the people of Ghana up into mental war. We have something called mental war. You see your brother every day, you talk to them, but in your mind, there is something going on, but they don't know. There is a war going on seriously that they don't know. Politicians also do that. They create mental war. It is also part of their mind games. So I'm saying, so let us be very mindful of that. Let us move on.
Yes. How old is Ghana? The 40 years the people rule was military coup ruling. How many presidents did you get in the southern sector? Maybe a lot president, but not even one that volunteered their time and money to develop the northern sector. Come to Rawlings today, you can come and sit on the national television and talk nonsense. Without Rawlings, we won't even think Ghana will be where it is today. Thanks to him. Today, he opened your eyes by developing the country so you can have a national TV and radio talk show to come and sit down and talk nonsense. What did Rawlings do for Ghana or Northerners? Rawlings did a lot for Northerners. We got a Northern university, electricity, and so many things, drinking water and all that. Number 5. How many of your brothers that you claimed was the president put infrastructure in Ghana? At least we have 2 presidents from the north. One happened to put all this infrastructure and put Ghana on the world platform for people to talk about Ghana 2 things. People know about John Dramani Mahama's name. The airport, the universities he built, the infrastructures, if you don't know, check. I live in Washington, D.C., and I'm telling you. And number 6, you claim to be Ashanti. Through my DNA, I have a lineage. I have something in common with the Ashanti clan from my mother's side. But it's not for the modern Ashanti, for the ancient group of Africans. If you don't know, go get yourself tested first. The next time you have a nerve to go on national TV, to curse people, get your facts in place. Ghanaians, we need to wake up and be careful of what we do to each other.
Yep, she is very right concerning tribalism. But you see how she is diverting the whole thing concerning politics. You see what I was telling you? The northern people have their presidents and the southern have their presidents. And now she is drawing an argument between which presidents are doing a good job for Ghana. But then we all know that all the presidents that we know, from Kwame Nkrumah downwards, let us take Kwame Nkrumah out. After Kwame Nkrumah, all the presidents that we know today, they all have the same agenda. They all have the same agenda. J.J. Rawlings is no different from J.A. Akufo-Addo, Mahama, Hillary Liman. They are all the same. They have the same agenda. They divide Ghana into northern and southern sector, and then they conquer us. In fact, J.J. Rawlings didn't do anything for Ghana. Rawlings even destroyed Ghana more. How Kwame Nkrumah was trying to build Ghana up, they didn't allow him to build Ghana up. They started with the first coup to take Nkrumah out of office. So I'm saying 1966. And then since then, Ghana is been going down every day. So I'm saying John Dramani Mahama also didn't do anything for us, just like President Kufuor didn't do anything for Ghana. With today's modern technology, we have people in Ghana who are graduates and they are still jobless. All these presidents, they didn't do anything for us. Even 9 years of Kwame Nkrumah is better than their so-called whatever 40 years that they are talking about. And Nkrumah was the true leader because he wasn't tribalistic in the first place. And Nkrumah was the true leader because he knew the impact of the African unity. And the African unity starts right from home, Ghana. You see what I'm saying? That is what we don't see in today's leaders. All we see concerning them is their pockets. So even the high school that President Mahama built was not even strong enough. That is why the students are not in there. It's not for political games. They are using it as a political games. But the reason why students are not going into that building anymore is the building is not strong enough. The building is not strong enough. Ghana was going through hardships, poor electricity system, poor roads and infrastructures for our own citizens. And Dramani Mohammed's brother had a private jet. Where is the source of income for Ibrahim Muhammad to own a private jet? Where from that source of income to own a private jet? We have to sit down and think. Let us reason as non-politicians. So I'm saying, let us reason as the people who love our brothers and sisters in truth. This is not the time for partiality. I'm telling you all the fact. Rawlings did a whole lot of bad things for us. People were missing. People were being killed. A whole lot of oppression and all of that. Recently, Rawlings' case, same thing happened in Ivory Coast concerning Ouattara and whatever guy, Babu and Ouattara or whatever. But nobody was killed. They didn't beat women up. You see how Rawlings was oppressing our women in Ghana. It was very, very terrible through the military. See what I'm saying? It's about time for us to sit down and reason. The same way religion is oppressing our mothers in the mosque and in Christianity, in the prayer camps. The same way Rawlings did. It was a hidden truth in plain sight. It's one of the Freemason agendas. It's not easy for the military men. I mean, you cannot even stand and watch what's going on if one of your family members were part of it. So I'm saying, how they have to open a woman's leg, you have to open and pull out everything and then put canes through. I mean, it was very, very sad. We don't have to forget about things like that. And Nkrumah put Ghana on the right path. But they didn't want him to do the job because he had a vision above Ghana. He had a vision ahead from Ghana to Africa, unity, the united of Africa, the unity of Africa. That is why he built a hall in the UST, and they called the hall Africa and Unity, the unity of Africa. Africa Hall and Unity Hall in KNUST. That is why we got the name Africa Hall and Unity Hall in KNUST. So I'm saying the man had the dream, but they didn't want him because they didn't want anything good for Africa. Same thing they are doing right now. So it's about time we have to wake up. We have to stand up for each other. Let us erase the politics from our system. They are playing tricks on us. Look at our brothers and sisters in Zongo. You see what I'm saying? They have been able to control them with the Islamic religion. And then they have given them a job. And that job is to do salah 5 times in a day, nothing else. Whenever they cannot get jobs to do, whenever they don't have anything to do with their time, then it turns out to be fight. It turns out to be violent in the system. And our leaders are the true faces behind it. In Tafo and whatever. Our leaders are the true faces behind it. We know it for a fact. So let us wake up. This is not the time for tribalism. We are all Ghanaians. In the olden days, like my sister was saying, concerning the cocoa farm issues, all the people in Ghana, they meet together, they settle together, they marry, they do everything together because they were that was when they were real. But now we are not real. It's in Ghana today. Even when somebody is gonna get married to his or her husband or wife, the family want to question: where is your wife coming from? Is she a northerner? Is she from ever? Is she from here? Is she not from our tribe? We're not gonna. That is cast that thing out. We are one people. We are one people. Yeah. Whenever you see the animals out there, and the women are grown up enough, the woman is not gonna say, "Oh, you are not from my family, so stay away." Whenever the woman is ready to give birth, every man that comes will be the husband. You see what I'm saying? That is the natural principle. That is unity. Let us take away the political politics. It's a division. That is killing us. It's a slow poison. Let us wake up. But the first option is to get rid of religion. Let us get rid of religion. That is what I have been saying. Akufo-Addo didn't do anything for us. He is even passing away. So Akufo-Addo, I would say Akufo-Addo didn't do anything for Ghana. They just come and brag. President Akufo didn't do anything for Ghana. Didn't do anything. Killing people, killing 127 people in Ohinija Sports Stadium with the Ghana police. John Dramani Mahama also did the same thing in Accra. June 4th, 2015. They killed 150 people on the night of June 3rd so that they'll be able to use it for the June 4th celebration. Akufo-Addo came and they killed people in Kentampo for him. They suck our blood. Can't you see? Through their prophets, they suck your blood. They are vampires every day. Let us wake up as one people. That is what I've been talking about. I'm not talking about any tribalism. I'm not talking about any religion. I'm talking about Ghana. I'm talking about yourself. Because Ghana is you. You yourself, you are a Ghanaian. And Ghana is you. Ghana doesn't depend on any politician. It depends on you yourself. So let us get up. All right. So I'm very happy my sister came out with all this. But concerning divisions, concerning presidents in the north and the south, let us cast that out. We are one people. Let us see what all these people are doing. They just get our money and put it in their pockets. If I show you whatever what is going on with President Mohammed's family, and then you compare it with your family, you all live in Ghana. Why is it that Mohammed's family is enjoying and your family is suffering? See what I'm saying? Why is it that Akufo-Addo's family is getting all the positions in government? In government, Akufo-Addo's family members, they are getting all the positions. Why? Don't we have graduates in Ghana who are capable of handling top official positions to help Ghana move forward, instead of only Akufo-Addo family members getting all the positions? So they just divide us and they conquer, and they give the positions to their own brothers and sisters. Like I was telling you, when Yana was there, Yana was one of the people trying to unite the northern people to become one. You see what I'm saying? Yana was like a commander trying to gather the northern people together. But all of a sudden, they brought a war to divide Yana from some other people in the northern sector, so that when division come in, they will be able to go and take Yana out. So all the politicians in Ghana, they killed Yana. Yeah. They took Yana out so that the people in northern region will not have any powerful leader. They took him out. They kill him. They kill Yana. It's the politicians. But they decided to kill him in 2002 so that our brothers and sisters in northern region will say President Akufo killed Yana. And that is another political campaign for them. But we have the foresight, and we know it's all the politicians who came together and they killed Yana. So have you realized, whenever after President Mahama came to power, he didn't even bother himself to conduct investigation concerning the death of Yana, because he knew and he was part of it, because he's been part of that system for a very long time before he became president. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I know Yana for real. I know him for real. They took him out because he was trying to master our northern brothers, our northern brothers and sisters, so that if something is going on and that is not good for the people of Ghana, they will stand against the politicians. So they needed to take him out so that they will be able to fool us around. All right. So this is not the time for making comments in favor of the politicians. They have been sucking our blood for so long. All right. We need to think about ourselves. We need to love each other. No more tribalism. No more politics. To be able to be free, to be able to free your mind. You see, during election time, they call you a foot soldier. They call you a foot soldier. A soldier who is just walking on his foot to support a party for nothing. Because after the election, because your vote doesn't count, they don't know you. They and their family members, they have the parties and they enjoy. You see what I'm saying? But they call you a foot soldier. What name are you giving to them? They call you a foot soldier. Are you calling them private jet soldiers? Because some of them have private jets. Are you calling them V8 soldiers? Because the politicians, they write V8s. You are a foot soldier. They don't even call you a bicycle soldier. They know you have nothing. So you walk on your foot. So they call you a foot soldier. But I'm telling you, that is not supposed to be your title. Your title is supposed to be a Ghanaian. You have to be called by your name that your family members gave to you. That is the name. Your name is not a foot soldier. All right. Let us wake up. Thank you very much. I love you all. This is the moment of truth and natural wisdom. Let us stand up.